from Brian and Kara in Illinois, saying, I'll be 68, spouse will be 60 this year. I've changed my ability to tolerate risk and considering going to the 45 to 55 asset allocation. We live within our means. Retirement income meets that. If we were to suffer and have some reduction, we would still be okay. Children are going to be self-sufficient. They'll be fine. So what do you think of going to an asset allocation that is more risky? And I'd love to hear Shanna's thoughts on it.
You know, all of the things that you say, Brian, you must have been educating yourself, either listening to the program or learning about the markets and risk. And, you know, it's ignorance breeds fear. And ignorance is, you know, it's not a bad thing. Ignorance is just not knowing. So the more you learn about something, the more you understand it and the less afraid you are of it. So sounds like that's the case here for you guys. Your income is sufficient. You're not relying on your portfolio for income. You understand that there are ups and downs in the market, and that can create ups and downs in your investment portfolio. And you believe that you can tolerate that. So you believe that a decline in the value of your investment portfolio will not cause you to make a knee-jerk reaction that could potentially be a very, very long-term mistake and cause you to exit your investments. So all that being said, you know, I think you're on the right track. If growth is more important to you than income, then you certainly can use a lower age model. And so the way that our age-based asset allocation models work is that, you know, we make a certain set of assumptions. For the 65 into retirement model, we assume that people are in retirement and that they are depending on the income from their portfolio. So when you're in that stage of life, if that describes you accurately, there is much more value found in trying to protect on the downside than there is on gaining upside potential. So from what you describe about yourself, you do not seem to be in that boat where you're really dependent on the income from your portfolio. Because when you start to take money out of a portfolio, your portfolio becomes overly sensitive to downside moves. Because when you're taking out from your portfolio, and the investment values go down, if you don't have enough cash, then you could be forced to sell some things to generate the income that you have to have at a time that's not really opportune. So, you know, I would support you in moving down to a lower asset allocation model. And if inflation continues or if it ramps up again and the retirement income that you have is no longer sufficient and you become more dependent on your retirement portfolio, then you can consider making that shift back up to a higher age model or lower risk level portfolio.